Hello everyone, my name is Jeff.
My name is Hanny.
Welcome to part 1 of our Stories and Fables lesson. The title of this month's story is The Coming of the King.
The king is on his way. Maybe he'll bring the queen along too. Who knows? Maybe some princes and princesses will be coming as well.
I don't know about that, but the king is coming. The title says so. Now, here's a question. Let's say that a king were coming to visit you. What would you do to welcome the king?
Well, if a king were coming to my house, I'd probably clean up and make some snacks. And I'd be polite too.
That sounds pretty good to me. Why be rude to anyone, kings included? Anyway, the king is coming. What will you do? That's kind of the question. Today, we're going to start reading a story about what a group of kids do to get ready for the king.
Right, because the king is coming. Okay, let's get started. But before we do so, we need to go over today's vocabulary. Let's do that now. 这次要读的故事叫做 The Coming of the King 国王驾到。那故事一开始有几个大孩子小孩子在游戏场玩，突然听到有人吹奏喇叭，接着大声的喊着国王要来了，准备好迎接国王啊。好，那我们先来看3个单字。 Youth 这个单字是名词，可以用来指青少年时期，不过在课文里面它可以用来指年轻人青少年。例如 The boy was bullied by a gang of youths. The boy was bullied by a gang of youths. 那个男孩被一帮年轻人霸凌，这真是要不得。好，第2个单字 blow 在课文里面是当动词来表达吹奏，像吹奏乐器、吹哨子等等，这个动作我们可以用 blow 来表达。它的动词3态是 blow, blew, blown。例如 The coach blew his whistle to end the practice. The coach blew his whistle to end the practice. 教练吹哨子，哔哔，来结束练习。第3个单字 trumpet， 它是指喇叭、小号，是个名词。例如 Henry learned to play the trumpet at the age of 13. Henry learned to play the trumpet at the age of 13. Henry 在13岁的时候学会吹小号。那故事里面孩子呢不想让国王看到脏兮兮的游乐场，怕丢脸，于是就决定把那个地方整理干净。那么单字 embarrass 它是用来表达使什么尴尬、困窘或是难为情，它是个动词。例如 Sherry was afraid that she might embarrass herself in front of the class. Sherry was afraid that she might embarrass herself in front of the class. Sherry 怕自己可能会在全班面前出糗，让自己难堪。好，那么现在看完单字例句，我们来读故事吧。Some youths were on a playground. They were at play when they heard someone blowing a trumpet. That person then cried aloud, "The king is coming! Get ready for the king!" Explanation 1.
Welcome back, everyone. The title of this month's Stories and Fables story is The Coming of the King.
Right, at the beginning of today's story, some kids are playing. Our story tells us that some youths were on a playground. Well, kids and youths and children, by the way, are pretty much the same thing.
These kids or these youths were playing when something happened. Yes, they were at play when they heard someone blowing a trumpet. That sounds like a king is coming.
Yeah, sounds like a king is coming. He's on the way, and teacher Daphne is too.
大家好，我是 Daphne。今天的第一则文法是 Somebody is at play， 意思是某人在玩耍。介系词 at 在这里是从事的意思 ，play 在这里是不可数名词，意思是玩耍。使用的时候前方不加任何冠词。例如 The girls are at play， 女孩们正在玩耍。
And we're back. The king is on the way. I know this because of the trumpets. Yeah, only kings or other powerful people maybe get trumpets played for them like this. By the way, no one has ever played trumpets for me to tell others that I'm about to get somewhere. That has never happened.
You can do it on your own.
Does not have the same effect.
All right.
Doesn't work.
Okay, kings have people play trumpets for them and to tell others that the king is on the way.
Now, next, the person playing the trumpet stopped playing and started speaking loudly. Our story tells us that next, that person then cried aloud, "The king is coming! Get ready for the king!"
Wow, the king is almost there. This is pretty exciting.
Oh, I agree. Here's the question though. What are these youths going to do? They know that the king is coming. Are they going to prepare for him or do something?
That is a good question, Jeff. We'll answer that question soon. After a break, that is.
Sounds like it is indeed time for a break.
Yep.
So let's take that break, but don't go away, folks. We'll be back after this.
The youths stopped and looked at each other. One said, "Oh no, the king's going to see our dirty playground." Another said, "We can't embarrass ourselves. Let's put this place in order." They all agreed and got down to work. After they finished cleaning, they made their playground look nice and pretty. It was now ready for the king. Explanation 2.
Welcome back. Before the break, the king was coming. Seriously. The king is on his way. There's a person playing the trumpet and shouting for him and everything.
Right. There are also some kids, some youths playing on a playground. They have just heard that the king is coming. What are they going to do? Well, let's start to answer this question right now.
First of all, the youths stopped what they were doing. Yep, the youths stopped and looked at each other. What are we gonna do?
I bet they're thinking, what are we going to do?
What are we going to do? The king is on his way. Anyways, they were thinking and maybe they froze at first. Then one of these youths spoke. One said, "Oh no, the king's going to see our dirty playground." Now, I don't know if that's what I would have said, but I'm also not about to see and maybe even meet a king.
Exactly. I understand this youth. I'd want to clean up if I were about to see a king. Anyway, another one of these youths speaks next. This person said, "We can't embarrass ourselves. Let's put this place in order."
This person, you see, wants to clean up as well. He thinks it would be embarrassing for the king to see them in such messy surroundings. So, he wants to tidy things up.
Right. That's what it means to put a place in order. Right, Teacher Daphne?
第二则文法是 put something in order， 意思是把某事物整理干净。Put 在这里是及物动词， 意思是摆放，三态同行。片语 in order 则是整齐、有条理的意思。合在一起 ，put something in order 就是把某事物整理干净。例如 ，Irene put the shoe cabinet in order。艾琳把鞋柜整理好。
Thank you, Teacher Daphne. Okay, these youths, they want to clean up. Well, if they want to do that, they should know that cleaning up is hard work.
Well, I think they do know that, Jeff. They are willing to work hard to impress the king. Yes, they all agreed and got down to work. Oh, speaking of work, Teacher Daphne is about to get to work on another grammar note, so listen up.
第三则文法是 get down to work， 意思是开始努力工作。动词片语 get down to something 表示开始认真注意或对待某事。注意，动词 get 的三态是 get、got、gotten。work 是名词工作的意思。例如 Rex got down to work after lunch。雷克斯吃完午餐就开始工作。
谢谢 Daphne 老师的讲解。刚刚说到那些孩子啊，怕在国王面前丢脸，决定一起要把脏乱的游乐场整理干净，让国王留下深刻的印象。我们刚刚用到 messy， 就是用来形容脏乱的、凌乱的。那么 surroundings 可以用来表达周围环境。当这个意思用的时候，我们固定会用复数型 surroundings。还有呢，我们可以用 impress 这个动词来表达使什么印象深刻、使什么钦佩的意思。Anyway, the youths got to work. They cleaned up and then they made the playground look nice.
They cleaned, and then, after they finished cleaning, they made their playground look nice and pretty.
Yep, they really did a great job on the playground. The final line of the story says it best. It was now ready for the king.
There you go. Okay, everyone, with that, today's lesson is now in the books, and it's time to take a break. But don't go away. We'll be back for parts 2 and 3 of The Coming of the King. For now, though, bye-bye and take care.
休息一下，马上回来哦。The Coming of the King. Some youths were on a playground. They were at play when they heard someone blowing a trumpet. That person then cried aloud, "The king is coming! Get ready for the king!" The youths stopped and looked at each other. One said, "Oh no! The king's going to see our dirty playground." Another said, "We can't embarrass ourselves. Let's put this place in order." They all agreed and got down to work. After they finished cleaning, they made their playground look nice and pretty. It was now ready for the king.
I am Holly.
Hey everybody, I'm Shane. Welcome to Confusing Words.
Anyway, 今天的主题是错误怎么用才对。
Okay, so we have 2 words today. Error
Error,
and mistake.
mistake.
Okay, so error. Error is more like, oh, this is a good way to think of it. A computer can make an error, but a computer doesn't make mistakes.
OK， 所以它比较像是资讯上或是你步骤上的错误，所以电脑可能会出现这种错误，对不对？
Yeah, so it's about information. So, like example would be the information in the article was proved to be in error.
OK 的这篇文章的资讯被证实是错的。
Okay, so mistake is more like judgment or maybe your morals or something
对
like that.
所以这种错误其实跟人比较有关系，就是你的判断或是你的道德上面造成的错误。
Yeah, so you can say I made up for my mistake by working extra hard.
哦，我更加努力工作来弥补我的错误。
Okay.
You know what's not a mistake though?
Oh yeah, watching live action.
Yeah, watching live action.
You seem a little bit sad. Is everything okay?
Not really. I made a big mistake today at work, and I'm afraid my boss thinks I'm an idiot.
What happened?
I sent an order to a customer, and there was a big error. The customer accidentally ordered 22 of the same item instead of just 2. They pressed 2 twice by mistake when they placed the order.
But that's not your fault, right? There was an error in the order because of the customer's mistake.
Well, yes, but we are trained to be careful for input errors like that. If an order seems too large or strange, we need to confirm with the customer before we process the order.
That makes sense. Mistakes happen. Don't be too hard on yourself.
Actually, that's what my boss said. She told me to just be more careful next time.
She's right. Let me treat you to dinner to cheer you up.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny， 欢迎收看我们1分钟的单元。在这1分钟的时间里面，我们要复习4个单字，还会造句练习。同学们，您都准备好没？好，1分钟计时开始。第二单字呢，它可以用来表达这个青少年的时期，也可以当名词来表达这个年轻人啊，或者青少年。这个字叫做 youth。Her scooter was stolen by a 16-year-old youth. 她的机车被一位16岁的年轻人给偷走了，哎呀，真惨。第二单字呢，它可以表达吹，像这个风吹的那个吹，或者是你要吹奏乐器啊，吹哨子那个吹，都可以用这个字表达，叫做 blow。blow 动词3台 blow blew blown. The teacher blew his whistle to start the game. 老师吹哨子，哔哔，让比赛开始。第3个单字呢是指喇叭或是小号，这个字叫做 trumpet。trumpet The trumpet belongs to her grandfather. 这一把喇叭小号呢是他爷爷，是属于他爷爷的。第4个单字呢，它是当动词来表达使什么尴尬，使什么难为情，很困窘，很囧这样子。好，这是叫 embarrass。embarrass The question embarrassed her. 这个问题让她超尴尬的，真的3条线。好啦，不管怎么样，我们这1分钟这里复习完4个单字哦，同学们表现很棒，记得要多多复习，多多造句练习，才不容易忘记哦。我们下次见，拜拜。